Hello, my beautiful Facebook family. Today I'm coming to you with day 3 of 366. Holy wow, I just want to say, 3 days in, and I am so recognizing how big of a leap this is going to be. A huge leap of courage, of faith, of dedication, a huge leap of commitment to this kind of transformation. Because there is these parts of us that question us if we should show up or why, or procrastinate. We're figuring it out. I'm figuring out what works best for me, what works best, how I can show up that's best for my energy. And then there's always these thoughts within us that what are you going to say, or what is going to be your message? Hello, Stacy. Hey, my love. So, yeah, just these questions of what am I going to say? And then I paused for a moment, and the word that came to me was a message. What is the message? What is the message that you're here to deliver? That's what it's about. Truly, it's not about what am I going to say. That's so selfish to even question. That fear of itself is just ridiculous. Yes, angel warrior, showing up for yourself. Thank you. Oh, hello and good morning. Standing India, my love. I have always felt so connected to the Indian land. And although many of my friends have been to India on pilgrimages and trainings and schools and all kinds of things, I have never been. However, I feel such a strong connection as if I lived there at some point in my infinite existence. So, yeah, I just feel a deep connection to India. And the message, connecting to the message and what the message is today, and what needs to be spoken, and reflecting on how I got here. Yes, you push the button and flow. It's so true. It's like this is the magic. This is the creation of magic. This is the manifestation of magic. And unless we overcome the obstacles that are in the way, we're not going to experience the magic. So, yeah, the magic happens on the other side of fear. So it's like calling, you just have to call forth for that courage. Call forth for the courage in the face of fear to do it anyway, no matter what. As we stand in the face of fear with a smile and, that victorious smile of knowing that we can overcome anything that we can put our heart to. Oh, thank you. I would love to one day to visit India, definitely. I would love to visit many, many places one day and continue traveling and continue evolving and transforming and help others evolve and transform alongside each other. You know, truly, it takes that one leap of faith. And Stacy, Hanuman, that's what he does. He takes that leap across the impossible ocean, the leap of devotion, the leap of faith, not knowing how he was going to cross that ocean. And he was reminded by a brother, and that's what it's about. We are here to remind each other that we can, that we are divine, that we're half human, half divine. If we forgot, we can remember, we can simply remember and show up in our full potential. Why are we hiding? Why are we desiring to have? Why are we just wishing and dreaming? Why are we not doing? Why are we not doing something about it? And I can understand that state of being. I was there at one point in my life, and for me personally, having to overcome a hard childhood. Growing up in Soviet Union, I had an interesting story of birth, of being a toddler, a child, a teenager. There's always something in each part of my life that was very traumatic and painful. And while you're living and growing up in that, you don't really understand that level of trauma until you become an adult and you go into the world, and then you experience life from a perspective of traumatized, clueless, victimized kind of a person, right? And then you live in that type of a mentality until you wake up, until there's something in your life. And that can happen in multiple layers as well. Those awakening times in our lives when we were hurt, when we were heartbroken, when we lost something or someone, and that's when we experience these incredible transformational journeys. Or once we've had a few and we know how to navigate through them, we also create our own experiences of transformation, and we push ourselves and we press that button, whatever it looks like, right? So it's like this transformation. What are we afraid of doing the most that we know by doing we will transform? And go and do that. Go and do that, and stand in the face of fear, and gather your courage, and gather your sisters and your brothers who are here to remind us that we are divine and that we can. That we can. And we have a choice to change our lives. We have a choice to say no. So for a while in my life, there was this period of some depression. When you first start coming to realizing who you are, there is this period of recognizing your life for what it is, for what you desire it to be, for what it may not be, for all the pain and trauma that you realize you have, and you want to heal that. Healing that is an excruciating journey. It's like re-feeling yourself, having that pain and trauma in some way in order to release it. So that's a work of its own to to liberate ourselves, to be conscious, to be ready, to be willing, committed, and courageous, and to know how to find the courage in the face of that fear that has tried to control us through the pain and trauma for generations and also decades of our own lives. So when I was going through the reawakening and remembering and realizing our own pain and how much of it needs to be healed, the transformation happens in those moments. The transformation happens, and it's not easy, and we overcome so much of what we're not ready for, and we overcome so much fear that is only also causing us more fear. And so we have to overcome that as well. It's like a constant spiritual battle, a spiritual up-leveling, a spiritual victory also over all those fears, all that stands in the way in that transformation. And so we choose to create our own transformational journeys through doing something hard and choosing every day something that you committed to and not give up. And yeah, doing something that you are inspired to do that is hard and seems impossible, and you know will bring you transformation. Do that thing. Embody the essence of courage, embody the essence of bravery, and be victorious in your spiritual battles. And remember that you are already whole. Remember that you are sovereign. And what came through for me today, this deep inner knowing, I stand for all of humanity to reawaken to all that is sovereign, so we may all remember the divine source that holds the key and the codes to all of the abundance we are seeking. Our remembrance to our divine source will show us the path to all the codes that we are seeking. All the answers are within. All the answers are within. There's nothing external. There's no one can give you anything that isn't already within you. And so showing up in your life on a daily and just being connected to courage, so that you can show up and deliver the message that is supposed to be, meant to be heard and felt and received and activated. That's what we do. We activate each other in our daily devotion to our sanctuary. And for me, my life has transformed into a sanctuary, and it's a daily devotion, and it's going to show up for you in many ways. I'm so grateful for your presence. Thank you, Stacy. Yes, I love that. Whatever that means. So we keep going. We continue on with this challenge, and we keep becoming stronger, and this is how we master ourselves. This is how we serve our Dharma. It's not easy, and you're not alone. I did it, and so can you. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're not alone. Thank you. Many blessings to all. May all of our practices always be offered for the benefit of all living beings. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. Blessed be.